Hey everyone, so right now I'm going to be filming a Q&A and I thought that this would be a fun video to do just because I am approaching 1 year on YouTube. So I just thought this would be a good time to do it, and so many of you have been requesting one, and truthfully Q&As are my favorite videos to film and my favorite videos to watch, and I haven't done one in a while, so I thought I would go ahead and do one. I have a bunch of questions here on my phone. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. The first question is, how old are you and when is your birthday? I am 17 years old and my birthday is on December 4th. Second question is, what is your middle name? And I guess that question should be, what is your middle names? Because I have two. So my middle names are Brenna, well, that's my first name, but my middle name is Mackenzie Elizabeth, so therefore my full name is Brenna Mackenzie Elizabeth Starrs. So that is my full name and those are my middle names. Next question is, what is your ethnicity/nationality? I have mentioned this plenty of times before. I am from Canada and I live in Ontario. And as for my ethnicity, I am Scottish and Irish. My dad was born in Scotland, so yeah, and then my mom's family is Irish and so is some of my dad's family, so therefore that makes me Scottish, Irish, got a little bit of English thrown in there too, and obviously Canadian, but yeah. Next question is, do you have a boyfriend, and if so, what is his name? No, I don't have a boyfriend, therefore his name is non-existing. Next question is favorite YouTuber, and I can't choose just one, but I can definitely say that my favorite YouTubers are Essie Button, Miss Glamorazzi has been a long time favorite, Fleur de Force, she's another one who's been a long time favorite, Amelia Leona I believe is her name, love her as well. There's a lot of British ones I love. Who else? Corinne Dragos, I believe her name is. Jackie Wires, she's a Canadian too. I don't know, there's just so many, I can't think of them all right now, but those are among my top favorites. Next question is, what is your favorite hobby/pastime? And my favorite hobby is probably YouTube, just because I find it so much fun. And I love editing videos, I love filming videos. It's a pain in the behind to like set all this up, set up my lights, my tripod, my camera, but it is totally worth it. So that's probably my favorite hobby. My favorite pastime is just hanging out with my friends. I love taking my dog for a walk. I love bike riding, I love shopping, I love hanging out with my family, love cooking, love baking. Yeah, basically those are probably my favorite hobbies and pastimes. Next question is, what would you like to do as your lifetime career? And that's kind of a hard question because it's something I go back and forth between. It's scary to know that I should be off to university in September, but luckily I have 1 more year to decide. But as of right now, I really want to do something in like the marketing industry or the communications kind of industry. So I want to like work with like fashion and makeup and like maybe product selling, product designing, that kind of stuff. Or I would like to be a teacher, or I would like to be a social worker. So I don't know, there's quite a few things to choose from that I would like to do. Next question is, any siblings? Yes, I have an older brother. His name is Brayden, he's 25, and then I have an older sister, her name's Farron, and she just turned 22. So I have 2 siblings. Next question is, do you drive? And I feel like that question should be, when don't I drive? Because I drive all the time. I never am not driving. Well, obviously sometimes I'm not driving, but it just feels like I am always driving. So yes, I drive. Next question is, who is your biggest inspiration? And personally, as cliche as this sounds, my favorite or biggest inspiration is Demi Lovato. She is just such a strong girl. Personally, I know what it's like to struggle with an eating disorder, and I think that she's just a really big inspiration for any girl or male also who is going through that, and I just think, like I said, she is such a strong person, so she has to be my biggest inspiration. Next question is, favorite memory as a child? And my favorite memory as a child, and still to this day, is probably going up north with my family. We would go up every May to our cottage, and I just loved it. We would go fishing and go on walks and get ice cream and go out for dinner, and it was just a lot of fun. There was also like all of like these kind of like native places we got to go to and just look at like their like culture, and I always was so intrigued by that. I think it is absolutely amazing. The artwork and everything, their whole like religion, culture is just incredible, so I loved doing that. Next question is, what is your favorite season? And my favorite season, you guys are probably going to scream at me, but my favorite season is winter. I love winter. I love everything about winter. I love the cold weather. I love the snow. I don't like when the snow gets slushy and gross, but when it is like freshly fallen and there's icicles and the snow is like all like sparkly and stuff, I just love it. I also think winter is my favorite season just because my birthday is in December, Christmas is in December. I just love the family time. I love being with friends. I love just the whole spirit of winter time. So winter is definitely my favorite season. Next question is favorite movie, and my all-time favorite movie has to be The Notebook. Next question is a favorite TV show. My favorite TV show is probably Pretty Little Liars. Yes, I had to say it. Probably Pretty Little Liars and The Fosters. I love them both, so I couldn't choose between the two. Next question is, if you had a chance to get on a plane right now, where would you go? And if I had the chance to get on a plane right now, I would probably want to go to the UK just because, like I said, I am Scottish, Irish, and English. So I have a lot of family over there, like distant relatives, not very close family, but I do have some distant relatives. I think it would just be fun to go back and explore like where my dad was born, where he started to grow up before he came to Canada. And I just think like the whole culture over there is so cool, and like, I don't know, I just really want to go to the UK. And I would also go to Amsterdam if I had the chance right now, just because my best friend lives there and I haven't seen her in over a year now. So I'd love to go there. And also Australia, I have tons of family there, but I could not do the flight, but it is a beautiful place, or so it seems, but I would love to go there. That was a long answer, but now you have it. Next question is, any advice for someone starting high school after the summer? And my biggest advice to you would probably just be to be yourself. Don't try to fit in with certain people just because you think that's like the in crowd or the popular crowd or whatever. Go to the people who gravitate towards you, gravitate to the people who you naturally go towards, if that makes any sense. Don't do stupid things. Pay attention to school. Don't go partying all week. I mean, you can go to like parties and whatever, just don't make that like your main priority. Still focus on school, and probably the biggest thing, like I said, is just be yourself and be true to yourself. Don't do anything you wouldn't want to do. Next question is, do you have any pets? And oh gosh, yes I do. I have 3 dogs. I have a Yorkie Chihuahua Poodle mix. His name is Rambo, and he is like gonna be 9 years old, I believe, and he is so small. Next one I have is a Morkie, and her name is Maggie. So she is a Maltese Yorkie mix, like I said. And the next dog I have is a rescue from Louisiana, and her name is Marty, and she is a Basset Hound mix. And then I have a cat named Felix, and then I have a hamster named Timbit, and I have 2 fish that are nameless, and I think that's all. I have had plenty of pets throughout my lifetime, but those are the ones I have as of right now. Next question is, do you have a job? And if so, how do you manage school, YouTube, a job, and a social life? And the answer to that is yes, I do have a job. It is actually a pretty new job for me. I've only been working about a month now, but I am a server at a retirement home. But I really like my job just because it's only 3 hours long. It's from 4 to 7, or what time do I even work? No, I lied. It's 4:30 to 7:30. And usually I only work on the weekends and then one day throughout the school week. And since it is only 3 hours long, I still do have the time to do my homework, hang out with friends, go out, just have some like, you know, just time to yourself. It's really easy to do. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but but it's definitely not. And I think just like if you do have a job and you're trying to manage all this stuff, just kind of like plan it out. Like on this day you're going to do this, on this day you're going to do this, and so on. Just kind of like plan it out, and hopefully that should get you in kind of a routine. Next question is, what is your favorite holy grail product, drugstore and high-end? And I actually have them both sitting right here. As of this moment, my favorite drugstore product has to be the NYX butter glosses. I just grabbed this one from my drawer, and this is creme brulee, which is actually probably my favorite. This is just my favorite overall color, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I just really like this just because it's kind of like a nude color, but it has some pink to it, so it doesn't make you look washed out, but it's not too dramatic. It's just great for school, every day, just perfect. And then my favorite high-end product has to be the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NC15. If I didn't have this, I don't know what I would do with my life, because I have such bad dark circles, and this is just a savior, especially for going to school and stuff, just because it makes you look really awake, and you can just plop that underneath your eyes, throw on some powder and mascara, and go out the door and look like you have spent a lot of time getting ready, had your beauty sleep, and everything like that. So those are all of the questions I actually have to answer. If you have any more questions you would like to know, leave them down below and I will get back to you. And like I said, as for now, that's all I have, so don't forget to subscribe, leave any requests down below as always, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye guys.